Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is 12:51 a.m. on this absolutely beautiful evening in Indianapolis. On this absolutely beautiful Monday going into Tuesday. It is 64 degrees outside. And I just left Tanya Jean's house. Well, a couple minutes ago. I was listening to a little Rufus Du Sol. Before I got into the vlog of love. How are you guys doing this evening? Where is my lip balm? I just had it out not too long ago. Lip gloss. I think we could do with some lip gloss tonight. Lip gloss. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's lunar beauty time. I picked up Tanya tonight at like 10:30, and I was supposed to be there at 10:15, but Alex and I were like going through, I was going through pictures of the pictures that I have and videos that I have of Pee-Pee and I together, because Alex put this video together for himself after Pee-Pee passed away of like all of his favorite pictures and video clips and stuff, and he put it to this Rufus Du Sol song, Another Life, which I love, but it's very sad. And so I asked him if he would make me a video for because he asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, that's what I want, is I want a video of like all my favorite pictures and videos and stuff of Pee-Pee. So made that, he wanted me to go through all my pictures and videos and send them to him. So I did that. And then I went and got Tanya. And we went to the Meijer and we walked all the way around the store. I got a case of Diet Coke. It's sitting in the back. And what else did I buy? Oh, they have Pride stuff out. And they have these sweatshirts, these hoodies, and it's like a heather gray sweatshirt. I love that description of heather gray. But anyway, it's a heather gray sweatshirt, and then it says in rainbow letters, "Be kind" on it. So I got that at the Meijer. And what else did I get? Well, I've been buying like a leaf when we get it. We get it from Costco and get like the big bottle of it. But like I needed a smaller bottle to carry like in my bag in case I get a migraine. So I got like a 50 count of that. So I can just like have it in here, and then I can just keep the bottle, and because the one you can get from Costco is like $250 for like, it's really cheap. So I got that. I don't remember what else I got. We walked all over the store. Case of Diet Coke. Oh, you know what else I got? I wanted to get out of my bag. I don't know if I can reach it in here, but I wanted to get, I got a, what do you call it? One of those things to, here, since I have it out, I'll show you my switch. Oh, I got this stuff that's called Sunburnt After Sun Gel. It's supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be better than aloe. Everything is coming out of my bag. Oh, here it is. I got, is it one of those Gain things for my car? Because I haven't had a air freshener in here for a while. So I was like, I'm gonna buy an air freshener tonight. I haven't had one of these in a while. So we had fun, and then when we got back to our house, I helped her carry her bags inside. And so I used to, back in the day, like, Tanya and I would go to Meijer or Walmart, and then I'd come back to the house, and we would, like, she would bring out cheese and fruit and stuff. Which one should I put it on? Put it over here. And then I'd make, like, a little plate and stuff. So I was like, do you have any cheese? And she's like, yeah, I have a block of cheese in the car, or in the car. She was like, I have a block of cheese in the fridge. And she's like, are you hungry? And I said, I mean, I hadn't eaten anything today. And I was like, yeah, I'm really starving. She's like, well, do you want a peanut butter sandwich? I was like, oh my God. And Usually now I just like, because we used to like make a little plate of food and then we would watch like Nancy Grace or something. And I was like, I am so hungry, I would love a peanut butter sandwich. And then she brought out some Ritz crackers for the cheese. And then she had made a salad earlier for dinner. So I said, can I have some of the salad too? She was like, yeah, have anything you want. So I had some of the salad, and then she had gotten like these cases of Capri Sun lemonade. Remember I was just talking about the Capri Suns in my video last night? I think I was talking about that. Well, that's what I think I said juice box, but I meant the Capri Suns that come in like the aluminum, you know, foil, whatever things. And, ooh, I can already smell it. It smells like our laundry. It smells so good. So, I had a little late night dinner, and I sat there, and she was like, I think I'm gonna make myself a peanut butter sandwich too. So she made a peanut butter sandwich and had a little of the salad, and then we watched I think it's the last episode of Below Deck, where they're on the sailboat. I don't watch that show as much as I used to. I used to watch Below Deck all the time, but Tanya got me started on it, but I don't watch it as much anymore. And so I sat there and watched it with her and her husband, Eric. And then I said, okay, I'm going to vlog. And Eric was like so confused. He was like, you're going to vlog right now? And I go, yeah, every night. And he was like, but it's so late. And I was like, yeah. I go, it's really not that late. I mean, usually I vlog like at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's so funny. And he was like, and people watch that late at night? And I go, oh, no. I said, I just record it. And he goes, then how do they know what time to watch it tomorrow? He goes, you just save it till then? I said, I upload it. It's tomorrow. It's a video. So I was explaining to him, like, the whole idea of, like, the vlog and stuff. I don't know if he gets it now or not, but, it's kind of funny thinking about it now. Like, Eric and I have really never talked about me making videos and stuff. I mean, I know he knows that I do because Tanya's been in some of them and all that kind of stuff, but... So yeah, I just hung out with them and the dogs and had a little late night dinner snack. That was nice. And not horribly unhealthy either. And Tanya and I had driven around before that. We went all the way into... I didn't get a fountain pop tonight. I kind of wanted one, honestly. But she had one when she got in my car. And I had my leftover coffee that I had reviewed today, but it was kind of like gross at that point because there was like chocolate in it, crumbles on top, and then like the cold foam had like gotten nasty, so I didn't want it. So yeah, I just threw it out. But I wanted a fountain pop and I didn't get a fountain pop. She already had one. So we just drove around. We drove all the way into the city of Noblesville and did a loop back and just talked and talked and talked. It was really nice. It was fun. And I'm kind of telling my day in backwards tonight. And then we had our literature meeting tonight, which was fantastic. There was just 4 of us tonight. One of our friends couldn't be in there because she was fishing. And so, yeah, it was just the 4 of us. And we read about 5 or 6 pages in Drop the Rock. And then we just talked and shared about stuff. So Drop the Rock is all about steps 6 and 7, which are about character defects and shortcomings. And so it's about, like, doing the opposite. Like, so instead of being, like, prideful, being humble. And, you know, instead of being ego-driven, being modest. And instead of being dishonest, being honest. And instead of being selfish, being of service to others. And that's how you practice the opposite of the character defect. And the idea is the more you practice the opposite, okay, the positive, well, in recovery we call them the principles of recovery. The more you practice the principle, the positive principle, then the more that character defect or that shortcoming goes away. So if you are an extremely selfish person and you find yourself of being of service to others or being selfless, if you find yourself being of service to others, then over time what will happen is you'll find that you're more selfless than selfish. But there's action to all of it. So you have to identify what your character defects are first so that you can work on them. And what's really interesting is that when I originally worked my steps, when I was, 22, 23 years old, my first sponsor was not really big on doing a lot of work with step 6 and 7, which a lot of people, like, their experience is similar to mine. And basically what we're told is that you take an hour and you reflect on step 5, and then you move on to step 6 and 7, and there's a prayer that you do, which is basically, God, remove these shortcomings. And then you move on to step 8, which is about making a list of people we had harmed. We begin the amends process. Now, my sponsor today, she's really big on working on character defects, and she's of the belief that those character defects that are at the root of who we are is the meat and the potatoes of recovery. It's, you know, it says in one of our pieces of literature, it's where the boys become men or the girls become women, so to speak. Well, it says where the boys become men, but yeah, or the girls become women. It's where we grow up. It's where we find emotional maturity and emotional sobriety in putting away these character traits or character defects that we've held on to for a really long time. And some of them, you know, are things that we have against, like, defense mechanisms and things like that, you know, they're and how we deal with other issues. But so anyway, we had a good discussion tonight. Before that, well, I went to the pool today. I didn't get out of the house till super, super late. You guys, I could not fall asleep last night to save my life. I listened to some of my audiobook, and then I went home. Well, I listened to quite a bit of my audiobook, and then I went home, and I could not fall asleep. I tossed and turned the entire night and the entire morning. Like, even after Alex left, I just was tossing and turning. I was like, it wasn't even so much like I couldn't sleep. It was like I was wide awake. I have no clue what it was. I just was like wide awake. Like, I literally was laying there like, I was like talking to Boo Radley. I was like, Boo Radley, help me fall asleep. And I was like holding on to Boo Radley. And he was looking at me like, he would like kind of open his eyes like, go to sleep. You're crazy. So I don't even know what time I finally fell asleep. But I was so tired when I got up today that it was slow getting out of bed. But I'd wanted to go to the pool all day today, and that didn't happen, which was fine, because by the time that I finally did leave the house, I took my pool bag and everything with me, and I was going to go to the pool, obviously, and I was going to go do a review video, and then I was going to go get coffee. Well, I was going to do the review video while I got coffee at Starbucks. And so when I drove by the pool on the way out of the neighborhood, because I wanted to see how busy it was packed. I mean, every chair except for, like, there was like 3 on the other side that looked like they weren't taken, but they probably were, and the people were just like in the pool or something, because I mean, it was packed. There were a lot of cars up there, and there were just a bunch of people jumping in the pool and all that kind of stuff, kids and adults. So I went and did my review, and then I called and talked to somebody. I can't remember who I talked to. But I went and did my review, and I got my coffee, and then I drove around for a little bit. Did I listen to my audiobook, maybe? Is that what I did? I feel like I called and talked to somebody. Is that when I talked to Tanya? I don't remember. But anyway. And then on the way back, oh no, I talked to... Who did I talk to on the way there? Oh, I talked to a friend of mine. And then afterwards, I was talking to Sarah, Alex's friend, on the phone, just about random BS, and asking her if she's drinking her LaCroix this summer. She's like, you know, I have 3 cases in my refrigerator right now. I actually have like 2 cases in my refrigerator. I have limoncello, and then I have that one that I bought because Michael's wife drinks it, that Sao Paulo guava, which I really actually like that a lot. I just really haven't been going so much to wanting a LaCroix this summer. Although tonight, for my literature meeting, is so nice, you guys. So I set up this little like TV tray desk thing that I got at Walmart outside on the front patio, and then I set up my iPad. It's on our phone because we Zoom it We do it on the zoom. So I set up my iPad, and then I put my phone up against the iPad so that I can, like, you know, look at it from my phone, or look at it like, so it's like an easel, you know, easel or tripod for me. So anyway, and then I sit out on the front porch and watch my neighbors and stuff drive by. But it's so nice to be able to sit on the front porch, because all winter long I did it inside, which then Alex has to be like really quiet too, because, or, you know, have his headphones on or whatever, because he's upstairs and I'm downstairs. And so it's hard for me to do this like literature group when we're doing that. Plus it's not like real fun for him, you know, to have to like sit there and listen to the whole thing. So so now I've been going outside. I did that like the last 2 times, I think I went. Was it the last 2 times? Yeah. And we're not having it next week because I'm going to be out of town, and then the person that runs it, she can't do it either. She has another commitment that night, so we just like decided to cancel it for next week. And what else? So when I got done with the coffee and talking to everybody on the phone, Sarah and everybody, I did go to the pool, and you know what I find is that it's the walking into the pool that makes me nervous. Like, and that's my social anxiety. I know it's so stupid. It's like, I was saying that to Sarah on the phone, that I wanted to go to the pool, but I didn't like have to want to walk in there, because you have to like open the gate with the key, and then you have to like go in, and then everybody like turns and looks at you, because the door of course makes so much noise, right? And I was like, I want to go in, but I just don't want to like walk in there, you know, and have everybody looking at me. And Sarah was like, just act like I've arrived. And I was like, I know, but like, and I was like, she's right, this is so stupid. And I think it's just like me getting used to going to the pool at the beginning of the summer is like so hard for me, which is why I've been trying to go like a lot, so I just kind of get used to it, because it is something. I mean, hell, I talk about going to this damn pool all the time. I talked about it all winter, I talked about it all fall, I talked about it all last summer, and now that it's summer, like I want to go, and so I want to get used to going. So I went today, and of course, as soon as I walked in the gate, well, there was a woman walking out when I was walking in with her grandkids, but when I walked in, like, all eyes on me, and there were like 9 kids. I'm not even exaggerating. There were like 7 to 9 kids in the deep end of the pool. They were all like doing dives and jumping, and they were playing some game. I couldn't figure out what they were playing, but it was like, so they were like, I don't know, like, you got so many points for whatever you did. You had to imitate the person. Like, a person would go, and then the people behind them had to do the only reason I was sitting there at the shallow end, and I was talking to their mom, because I looked at this woman was sitting down at the other end near me. Her friend came after we talked for a little bit. I had actually seen her there last summer, and so I introduced myself to her, and it was so funny, because when I was like driving out of the neighborhood the other day, I saw this kid, and he was like pushing this very elaborate lemonade stand up the driveway. It was a lemonade stand on like wheels, and it had, did I talk about this on here? I feel like I talked about this on here. And it had like, you could tell it had like this cooler that was built into it, you know? And so she told me which house she lived in, because they're like right outside the neighborhood. So the houses that are outside the neighborhood, that border our neighborhood or are on the lake, they get to use the pool, but they have to pay a maintenance fee as well. And so I said, because they always decorate their house like crazy for Halloween. They put a cemetery in the front yard and stuff. And I said, oh, I love your house. She was like, what's your name? And I said, Peter. And then she told me her name. And I said, yeah, I think I saw you. Because I said, oh, are all of those yours? And she goes, no, just 4. And I said, well, 4 is a lot. I said, that's an expensive summer with food and camps and stuff. She goes, yeah, you're telling me. But anyway, she was like, they graze a lot is what they do. She's like, that's why you have to have a lot of groceries for kids in the summer. But she was really nice. So I said, she's like, well, and then I've got 2 down there that are she goes, babysitting. These girls look like they were about 12 years old, or I don't know, 12 or, they were still pretty young. But they were just kind of like, they were the ones that were like, you know, they had been made the babysitter. Do you remember that when you were like growing up, you felt so important because mom made you a baby? Well, I was not the babysitter, but like, you know, friends would be like the babysitter of their younger brothers and sisters and stuff like that. Like friends of our family friends and stuff. And so she was like, so we were just like sitting there talking while the kids were playing, and we were the only ones there. Oh my gosh. And so yeah, I just like got right in the pool. I put my stuff on the table and I just got like right in the pool with my coffee. It was really nice. And I just sat in the shallow end and I sat on the step and talked to her. And then she said that it had been really busy. And I said, yeah, I know. I drove by and I saw it. She's like, you just missed it. It was like chaos up here. And which usually the weekdays are not bad. It's like no, that's not true. The weekends are what's not bad. It's usually the weekdays, which is so weird. I don't know why that is. But she did tell me. I said to her, I said, yeah, I said the weekend was like really dead. She's like, there was nobody up here. I said, no, like I came on Saturday and there was only like one other couple, and then these 2 girls were swimming a little bit, and then a woman came when I was getting ready to leave at the end. She's like, well, we're always out of town on the weekends. Maybe that's what it is, that everybody's out of town on the weekend. And I thought, you know, that's probably true. Because they have a lake house, she said. I wish I had a lake house. But, where am I at on time? So yeah, met another neighbor, which was nice. And then she had a friend that was like, that drove up and parked. And so she hung out and talked to her for a little bit. And then when I was leaving and getting my stuff together, this like SUV pulled up and like rolled down their windows, didn't get out of the car, nothing, like rolled down their windows and just like was like saying something. I think she finally may have gotten out. That red truck is there early tonight. That's weird. She finally got out, I think. Maybe, I think she just rolled down her window and said something to the kids at the end of the pool. And I thought, you know, don't you think that's kind of weird that you would just like, and she didn't say anything to this mom. Like, she didn't say anything to this mom, like, hey, thanks for watching them, or whatever. Don't you think that's weird that you would just like, I like to like do these obstacle courses in this parking lot. Don't you think that's kind of weird that you would just leave like 3 or 4 of your kids, like, I mean, hell, I don't know, maybe only one of them was hers, but I think it was more than that. That you would just leave your kids at the pool, like with somebody that you don't really know. Maybe they did know each other, I don't know, but the woman was sitting at the pool. She didn't talk, she was by herself at that point. She didn't talk to her. So I thought that was kind of strange. Especially since our pool has a rule that no, the kids need to be supervised. But, oh, I was gonna show you the sweatshirt that I got. Oh no, my trash is falling all over the place. Quick, it's gonna change. Here's my Heather Gray sweatshirt, and see it says "Be Kind" on it. Isn't that so cute? I love it. So yeah, that was my day. And then Alex came home and was just kind of hanging out. He was so tired. He said he was like, I didn't sleep well last night either. So he was really tired. He was going to work out after work, but he canceled his workout. And he came home, fed the dogs, and then he was doing some work stuff upstairs while I was filming videos. And then all of a sudden I heard that Rufus Du Sol song, and Alex was like, and then I heard like clips of like me talking to Pee-Pee, and so I knew that he was watching those Pee-Pee videos. And then he was watching these videos that I had sent him that were like different videos that I had recorded of me and Pee-Pee and the dogs through time, like different times, like where I'm talking to Pee-Pee and I'm like, are you roughhousing? Are you roughhousing? I think he was really missing Pee-Pee today. So I came upstairs and I said, we talked a little bit, and then I said, I haven't sent you those pictures and those videos yet that you had asked me for. And he was like, no, he's like, I want to put it together, but I need all that stuff. So I sat there and put it all together, and then I left. And that's why I was late picking up Tanya, and that's what I left to go pick up Tanya. And Alex was getting ready to go to bed. Oh, no. So I had bought him this little projector. It's like this big, you guys. And you can just like take it with you on trips. You can set it anywhere. And so I bought it for him for Christmas. He finally broke it out. But I still haven't gotten my Polaroid camera to work. So anyway, it is what it is. But he, so he was showing me, that's what he did. I was downstairs. He's like, turn off the light, turn off the light. And so he was showing me that you could shine it over like the whole ceiling. It was so cool. And it like hooks up through your phone and everything. And then he was like, when I left, he had it on the whole wall and the door and everything. And he was watching Gossip Girl. He's re-watching all of the Gossip Girls because they're getting ready to release the Gossip Girl reboot or whatever, and he is like so excited about it. Gossip Girl's like his favorite show of life. I mean, I swear, I bet he has watched Gossip Girl. I think we even have the DVDs. I don't know how many times he has watched the Gossip Girl series. I think he told me the last time, I think he said he had watched it 6 times. He loves that show so much. So he's real excited about the reboot of it. It was kind of funny, like watching season 1. I think I watched like the first 2 seasons. It is kind of funny, like watching it back now, like, and everybody's like all grown up, and you know what happened, and everybody looks so different at the end of the series compared to the beginning of the series, you know? Like everybody's like so clean cut at the beginning of this series and stuff like that. And Blake Lively, has she been in anything in forever? Like, I was watching that, I was like, what has she been in forever? Alex loves her. I think she's like his favorite actress of life. So yeah, it was a really good day. It was beautiful in Indianapolis today. It was like 85, 86, and it was like sunny and almost no clouds. It would have been a perfect day to be at the pool all day long. Had I gotten my butt together earlier and gotten out of the house and all that stuff earlier, I would have just gone to the other pool. But by the time that I was like leaving the house and had done the review and stuff like that, I was like, and I had thought about it. I was like, why don't you go to the other pool? And I was like, if I go to the other pool, it's going to take me 15 to 20 minutes to get there. I'll be there for half an hour, then leave. So because I came home and that's when I filmed videos, was after I went to the pool. So yeah, so my plan tonight is to vlog, and then I'm gonna listen to my audiobook for like a half an hour, and then I am going to go home and go to bed, and hopefully, fingers crossed, get up early tomorrow, because I have like 9 million things I want to get done tomorrow. Incidentally, I will also tell you, incidentally, I don't think that's the right word. Coincidentally? No. Speaking of my audiobook that I'm listening to, The Homecoming by Cynthia Voigt, which is very, very good. Do you guys remember when I said yesterday that it was really old-timey? And it's like, and what I meant by that is, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just the way that she talks and the way that the kids talk in the book. But like, everything is super cheap too. Like, they have like $7 on them, and like, she buys like a loaf of bread for 85, like a discounted loaf of bread for 85 cents. And I'm like, even a discounted loaf of bread wouldn't be 85 cents. All the prices of stuff are like super cheap when the girl goes, this dicey girl goes to the grocery store. It's like she gets 2 apples for like 10 cents and stuff. It's like real cheap. And so when I looked on Goodreads, it said that the book was published in 2002, but that must have been a reprinting, because tonight I was like, there is no way that this book was published in 2002 unless it's supposed to be real old. Oh, and then the kids meet this girl and guy at the park, and the girl plays a harpsichord. And I was like, my mom played a harpsichord, okay? Like, way back in the day, I mean, she'd sit there and play, like, Bob Dylan and Joan Baez and stuff on a harpsichord. I mean, it's a real folksy kind of deal, right? Like, it's not like... Do you guys know what a harpsichord is? My mom said she loved it for teaching class, or teaching school, because little kids could play with it, and they loved it, and you couldn't hurt it, and then you could teach chords that way, too. My mom also played guitar, though. My mom was a good guitar player. But anyway, I mean, she didn't play a lot towards the end of her life, but back in the day when I would ask her to like teach me, I was like, Mom, I want to play guitar, because you know everybody wants to play guitar at some point, right? And she'd say it's really easy. It's just chords. It's just dun 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 dun. And I could not figure it out to save my life at all. But anyway, what was I saying? The harpsichord, the girl in the park. So tonight I was like, I don't think that this book came out in 2002. So I Googled it, and it stopped. So I Googled it, and it said that the publication date was 1981, which makes a lot more sense. So then I'm wondering, did I read this like in junior high or something? Is that why I remember reading this book? Although, I feel like, okay, I will never remember the name of this author. I think it's called Bastard Out of Carolina. Starts with a D. The author's name starts with a D. But anyway, I read that, and I feel like I read that book and this book at the same time. So I almost wonder if I didn't read part of this for like a class or something. I don't know. The other thing is, I took this class in high school that I was so excited about. Oh my God, people would talk about this class, and I could not wait to take it. You could only take it as a senior. And I think I took 2 semesters of it. Maybe you could only take 1. I don't remember. But it was called novels. It was just called novels. Well, to somebody that loves to read, to take a class called novels, you can imagine I was like so excited, right? I was so bored with you had to pick a book that was on the teacher's bookshelf. And I remember, and then you had to do, like, you just sit down and talk to her about it. There were like I don't think there were papers you wrote. Maybe there were, I don't know. But I do remember that you had to sit down and talk to the teacher, like, about what you had read and stuff. And that's how and then you just sat in class and read. That's all you did was read in class. And I remember so many people said you had to read the book Cold Sassy Tree. Cold Sassy Tree was so good. And I remember that, like, once you said you're going to read a book, you had to finish it. You couldn't, like, go back and say, I don't want to read this book anymore, which is so stupid in retrospect. But anyway, so I remember I started reading that book, and I just could not get through it. And I don't remember what the other books were that I read. But I remember I hated that class. And I think that's so funny that somebody that's an avid reader ended up hating a class called novels where you could read whatever you wanted to read. But I did. I hated that class. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was stupid we couldn't just pick the books we wanted. So maybe I read The Homecoming during that class and I just didn't finish it, or it's been so long, or I don't know. But that might make sense. I don't think I listened. I feel like I thought I listened to the audiobook of it, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I can tell you right now, where I'm at in the book, I have never read this before. I know that for a fact. Like, I have never... They're walking all across Connecticut, and they're in a park fishing and picking up clams and mussels and stuff, and I've never read this before. I would remember if I read this book. Because it's a memorable book, and it's good. It's just about these 4 kids, and they're trying to, like, get to their aunt's house because their mom left them in this grocery store parking lot. So, yeah. And I guess there's a movie with Kathy Bates, which is so funny because I said that to Tanya last night. I was telling her about the book, and I said, I guess there's a movie with Kathy Bates, somebody told me. And she's like, she's on my TV right now. And I said, oh, really? In The Homecoming? And because that's the name of the book that I'm reading. And she goes, no, in Misery. And I go, I hate that movie. That movie is so weird. She goes, she is so weird in that movie. And I felt like we were having 2 different conversations. Do you ever do that with your friends? Where you feel like you're having 2 different conversations? So yeah, that was my exciting day. I was gonna go upstairs tonight. I was gonna tell Tanya I didn't want to go to Meyer, and I was gonna go lay down for an hour, and I was like, no. If you go lay down, then you will not be able to sleep tonight. And you're already tired from today of not getting, because I didn't get a lot of sleep. You're already tired, and if you go vlog and then you listen to your audiobook, the audiobook's real soothing, and they're always looking for places to sleep. Like, last night when I went to bed, they were like making a fire and sleeping by this fire and stuff like that. It was real homey. And I know it doesn't sound real homey, but it was real homey. So I was like, oh, I kind of like, this is so homey. I like listening to this book. So, it's a good book to listen to late at night, too. It's long, though. It's like 14 hours long. Almost 14 hours long. Which is probably the longest book I've listened to in a long time. I actually bought another book, and I was like, and it was like 18 hours. Somebody recommended it to me. It's called Violet. It's by Scott somebody, and somebody was like, you should read this book or have this book be your book club book. I already picked out my July book. I just have to buy it at the bookstore. I may not announce it till next week because I just don't know that I can get it done this week. We'll see. I looked at Meyer. They didn't have it at Meyer. I was going to buy it there and just have it ready to do this video where I announce the and do the picture where I announce the book club book. I'm losing my mind. I can't think straight. What was I gonna say? I don't even know what I was going to say. Tomorrow I wanted to get stuff done early, and then I wanted to go to the pool for like at least an hour or two. If I could just go to the pool for 2 hours, that would be fantastic. And then I have my meeting tomorrow night. Oh, I know what I was saying. It was like I didn't want to take a nap because I wanted to be able to fall asleep early tonight and go to bed and just crash out. The dogs didn't want to get up today either. They were so tired. I said to Tanya, I said, do you think it could be the heat? And she said, oh, I definitely think it could be the heat. It's been really hot this summer already. So it was such a beautiful day. You guys, weeds are already growing up in my, like those sticker bush things are already growing up in our walkway. I've got to go out. I've got to get my gloves and go out there and pick them out before they take over again. And my beautiful yard that I'm so proud of is not beautiful anymore. How do they grow so fast, those sticky weeds? You know what I'm talking about? I don't remember those like being in our yard when I was a kid. I do remember though that we had lots of daddy longleg spiders around our house. Do you know you don't ever really see those as much anymore in Indiana, or at least I don't. We're right by the woods. I feel like I did when I first moved in, but I don't see them as much anymore. When I was a kid, well, I will tell you what you do see in our house a lot, and our neighbors said that they get them a lot too, is stink bugs. And those bugs that, like, if you crush them, they smell like crazy and stuff. Is this out of focus? There you go. I do kind of look like just like a head, like floating in space, don't I? But when I was a kid, I feel like there were like daddy long legs spiders everywhere. Do you know they say that you swallow like 10 spiders or something like that in your lifetime? Do you think that's true? I don't know if that's true or not. Oh man, I'm tired tonight. Our bed is so comfy. And I always put one leg out and air condition it. I like to be covered by the blankets, but then have one leg out. Boo Radley is so funny because Boo Radley likes to sleep between the pillows or like right on me, and like it's almost like he has to like have some warmth around him or like this little small space. And Tucker like either lays on his side and he's all like stretched out, or he lays on his back with his like legs in the air. Like he's so funny. Tucker is so hilarious. They don't really like going out a whole lot, though, in this heat. I will say that. I don't know, maybe it's because they're older. And Boo Radley really does, he kind of likes the snow and the cold in the winter, the cold and the snow in the winter. He'll go outside and run around in the snow, but Tucker doesn't like that. Tucker likes like the spring type weather. I'm down to 1/4 of a tank of gas. I didn't realize I was that low. Do you know the thing that's funny driving around is like, when I was a kid, we used to make those like slip and slide things. We would make them with grocery bags, or not grocery bags, trash bags, like black trash bags in our front yard. We had like the perfect yard for it too, because it was like flat. And my mom, oh my God, my mom would get so mad. She'd say, don't leave that out there all night long because it'll destroy the grass. If you just, left the garbage bags down, like with all the water on them, and we would make them like perfect so that they were like kind of like a little deep, so then you had like a recess of water in them. I don't think I ever had like an official slip and slide that you buy. We always made ours up. And it sucked too, because like at that one point you would like slide over and it'd be like they had separated and there would be like grass in between it with like twigs and stuff, and you'd scrape that over your stomach. Do you guys remember that? But we actually used to play outside a lot in the hose in the summer. That book Summer by, I can't remember who the name of it is. I have a copy in my office, and I have a copy at home, and I love it so much. And it's like that one part they're squirting each other with the hose, and it says, I squirt you, you squirt me. You squirt me and I squirt you, and we even squirt the pup too. The little dog gets squirted as well, and it's so cute. And something like that. I'll have to bring that book out. It's like one of my favorite books from when I was a kid. It's like one of those Cat in the Hat books. And the drawings are adorable. At the very end of it, after they went to like the fair and they went swimming and fishing all day long, and then they went to like the county fair that night and rode the Ferris wheel and got sticky candy, the cotton candy and all that kind of stuff. Then they're like they ride home on a farmer's, well, they catch lightning bugs and they put them in these glass jars, and then they fall asleep on top of the farmer's hail bay, like as he takes them home. And it says something like, I love this line. It says something like, the horse's feet go clop, clop, clop. Our little pup falls asleep on top. These are the things that summer brings. Summer's really pretty magical, I know I love that word, but it really is. It's like there's so many possibilities, and everything can happen, and anything can happen, and it's just different, like in the fall and the winter, it just, things feel, I don't know, like the older I get, I really struggle with like seasonal affect disorder. Summer just is like, it's different. Like I wake up and it's sunny outside, and I'm just like instantly in a good mood and feel like I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this and I want to do that, I don't feel like that in the fall and winter. I love fall. I think it's beautiful, especially in Indiana. But I don't feel like that. I don't feel like super motivated. It's been harder for me the older I've gotten in the winter, the fall and the winter, especially in the winter. And I love gray days too, get a strong cup of coffee and put on a sweater and a winter coat, and I love that as well, but it's hard to get motivated and excited. I think this year we might need to plan a trip, if we can, for like maybe late October. Getting the house in Florida was really nice last year. And then again, like in December or January, well, not December maybe, but January, beginning of January. Just to kind of like break up that monotony of winter. Even if it's just for a couple days, the sound of a turn signal. My lip balm and stuff is not staying on my lips for very long tonight. Trying to figure out the perfect thing to get Alex for his birthday. We have everything we need, you know, it's so hard. And I was like, well, give me a couple things that you might want. And he kind of did reluctantly. He's like, well, we're going to Florida. He was like, you know, so he was like, that wasn't, you know, the gift alone. You don't have to. I was like, oh, I'm getting you something for your birthday. So I mean, it's not like we're going for a long time. We're only going for a couple days. But I'm excited to lay on the beach and eat at some good restaurants. God, everything is so still outside. Do you know, I've been like buying movies on my like in iTunes, and like so I can have movies to watch on my iPhone, you know. And I was like looking at movies that have like deals and stuff, and then I was on Amazon Prime and I was looking at different movies, and you know what movie they showed on there that I was thinking about maybe buying? I might buy it. But do you guys remember the movie In the Still of the Night with Meryl Streep and Roy Scheider and Meryl Streep? He played the guy in Jaws. He played the police sheriff in Jaws. And, oh my God. That, Still of the Night, that movie was so good. Very scary. They don't really make thrillers like that today that were, like, terrifying back in the day. I need to download a bunch of those kind of movies, like Nadine, and I want to watch like 2 movies on the plane. So if you guys have any suggestions for movies to watch, let me know in the comment section below. I don't know what movies that you can get on iTunes. I should pull in here and look. What are like out, like if they're like, if movies in the movie theater you can rent on iTunes. I'm thinking about doing that. Nomadland, I think I let it expire, but I had rented it for like $3.99 or $5.99 or something, so I may rent that again. I would love to see A Quiet Place. There's something else that just came out that I want to see. Oh, Cruella. I really want to see Cruella. But these are like, you have to go to the movie theater to see these, right? Like, they're not just streaming these anymore. Because I know that like during the lockdown, that like some of the new releases you could just like go right to and watch, but I don't think that's the case anymore. You know what I mean? That you could like download, you could like pay to rent because movie theaters weren't open, but I don't feel like that's the case anymore. I feel like you have to go to the movie theater to see some of those movies. Grocery store and see what movies are out. I just got such a craving for deep dish pizza. I don't even know what that's about, why that just happened. Well, probably because I'm driving by Noble Roman's, but Noble Roman's really isn't deep dish pizza anyway. My old roommate back in the day, she was convinced that Noble Roman's pizza was a front for the mob and that they owned the mob. They were all owned by the mob. I don't know why. She saw it on some TV show or some movie or something. She was convinced of it. You couldn't talk her out of it. I'm like, I don't think so. She's like, no, I'm sure of it. I know. I can remember her saying that. Like, you could not talk her out of it. She was convinced. They have a bunch of plants there. I wonder how nice they look. Let's see. I was charging my phone. Okay. iTunes Store. Movies. Oh, I can't see. Now, see what's going to happen is I'm going to want to end up buying some movies here. Top movie charge. The Courier. I don't know anything about it. Nobody. Wrath of Man. The Hitman's Bodyguard. Mortal Kombat. Rogue Hostage. Oh, A Quiet Place. You can rent it for $3.99. Oh no, that's the original. No, I want to see A Quiet Place too. The Dry. Oh, that's a thriller. Who is that guy that's in The Dry? He looks so familiar. Pre-order. June 22nd. Psh, I'll be home. Occupation. What's that? Looks like Aliens. Tom and Jerry, no thanks. The Guardian, Dream Horse, Devil Wears Prada. Why is that on there? Looper. Why are these new and noteworthy? Okay. I have never heard of any of these movies. What am I going to rent? There's nothing to rent. Available to Disney Plus. Okay, Cruella is available to Disney Plus. For $29.99, you have got to be kidding me. Who would pay that? To buy it? Here it is. Premier Access. Unlock now. Stream now for $29.99 with Disney Plus subscription. Oh, no, ma'am. I don't think that will be happening. Don't you think you should probably just give it to us for free? Well, I guess what I could do is just watch all of my shows that I haven't watched. But I really wanted to watch a movie. Is anything for sale? Limited time prices. You can buy the Bohemian Rhapsody or The Greatest Showman for $7.99. Oh, Pixar movies. Oh, Finding Nemo is... How much is it? $7.99 to buy. I might have to buy that. I love Finding Nemo. Under $10, mind-blowing 1990s hits. See all. Okay, let's see what they're all. Forrest Gump, no. Armageddon, The Fugitive. That's a good movie. I don't even remember the last time I saw it. Men in Black, There's Something About Mary, The Mask, The Lion King, Big Daddy, Apollo 13, Mission Impossible, Ghost, Sleepless in Seattle. I remember seeing Ghost in the movie theater with my two girlfriends. Sleepless in Seattle, Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. I was going to say Ghost. I was like, is that a 1990s movie or a 1980s movie? And it literally came out, you guys, July 13th, 1990. And I can remember going to the movie theater with my two girlfriends to see that. Die Hard 2, Die Harder. That's my favorite Die Hard movie. I should download that. That's what I should buy. That's the one when they're in New York City during Christmas. Die Hard with a Vengeance, Godzilla, The Sixth Sense, Back to the Future 3, Casper, My Best Friend's Wedding, Nutty Professor, Blade, Robin Hood. Anything good on here? There's nothing good in here. Yeah, nothing except for that. I might buy Die Hard with a Vengeance. Under $8. All the Fast and the Furious movies are $9.99. I could care less. Top rentals. Let's see all the top rentals. Okay. Since that's what I want. The Courier. What is The Courier? In this true life Cold War spy thriller, I don't think this is something that I want to watch. It's probably very good and up for an Oscar, but I don't want it. Spiral from the Book of Saul. What's that? That might not be bad. If you guys have anything that you think I should rent, let me know. Chaos Walking. Why do I feel like everybody's talking about that? In the not too distant future, Todd Hewitt discovers a mysterious girl named Viola. She has crash landed on this planet, or on his planet, where the women have disappeared and the men are afflicted by the noise, a force that puts all their thoughts on display in this dangerous landscape. Viola's life is threatened, and to protect her, Todd must discover his inner power and unlock the planet's dark secrets in this thrilling action adventure based on the best-selling novel. Oh, it's that Patrick, what's his face name? That's how I know the name of that, Chaos Walking. Oh, Patrick Ness, is that his name? The Little Things. How do I know that one, The Little Things? Oh, I know why I know that. Okay. Because they sent me all their movie stuff to do a little... I didn't get paid for it or anything, but they sent me a bunch of stuff to, like, show it on my Instagram. Yesterday, I wanted to watch that movie. North Hollywood, what's that? Slice of life film about a kid who must decide between choosing the future his father wants or following his dream of becoming a pro skater. Oh, Alex and I just watched the trailer for that the other day. Is it going to stop here soon? John Wick, Chapter 2, E.T. I don't know. All I know is that none of these movies are anything that I want to see, and I'm not happy about it. And if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, then I have a pretty good life, don't you think? Well, listen, you guys, I'm going to get off here now because I've got 2 minutes until this stops. Less than 2 minutes. I'll figure out something to watch. I need to finish the series to Them. I haven't watched that yet. So I need to finish Them and a couple other shows I need to get started on. I've got so many shows to watch. Crazy. Crazy! Anyway, if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Be kind to one another, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you. I love you guys. Bye. Love ya! And for anybody out there that needs to hear it, of course, one more I love you. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!